Standard Chartered is involved in arranging sukuk in Asia, Middle East, and elsewhere. So, Ahsan, can you give us a perspective of the market, please?
Yeah, thank you. In terms of the sukuk market, typically, past 10 years or so, we have seen explosive development. Now, of course, led by the sovereigns. In Indonesia is one example. So they started in 2009 and since then have been regularly issuing sukuks every year. So sukuk market development initially started in the Middle East and in Malaysia and has since expanded to many sovereigns around the world, including Hong Kong, UK, Luxembourg, South Africa, and of course, Indonesia here. And we have seen, reports of sovereigns around the world now considering it. So many African countries, other countries in Asia and Europe, etc. So the market has moved from being a niche market in GCC and Malaysia to now becoming a truly international market, which is part of the overall conventional bond markets. The sukuk market has now moved from that. In terms of the assets, in terms of the structures also, initially the market was concentrated as a pure unsecured senior debt equivalent or equivalent to a conventional senior unsecured bond. But again, past 3 or 4 years, the market has expanded in terms of the product structures as well. So we've seen bank capital tier 1, tier 2 sukuks, hybrid capital sukuks in the corporate space, project sukuks or infrastructure sukuks which mirror the project loan or the project bond belts and whistles. And similarly, we have seen ECA-backed sukuk issued by Emirates Airlines, which was backed by the UK Credit Guarantee Corporation. So credit guarantee-backed sukuks again have come to the fore. So the market for sukuk has really expanded geographically in terms of availability of products and also in terms of Sharia structures as well. So the market has now moved from the pure ijara or the sale and leaseback based structures to structures around, say for telecom companies, airtime minutes, for airlines, seats or usufruct or airtime or air mile structures, things like these. So the market has really expanded, I would say, in the past 3 to 4 years in all these aspects. Coming now to the corporate sukuk market, I would fully agree with Chito that while the sovereigns and quasi-sovereigns in some countries have led the way, the pure corporates have lagged in terms of accessing the market. And a few reasons for that. Firstly, in many countries, like in the GCC, for example, or in the Middle East, many of the corporates are not rated entities. So they are mostly either family-owned corporates, or even if they are professional corporates, they have not gone in for the rating for various reasons. Because one of the reasons was the loan market has so far been able to satisfy their needs. So they haven't felt the need to go for disclosure, ratings, and therefore go the whole hog to access the sukuk or the bond markets. So one of that is an issue in some of the major sukuk issuing countries. In some countries such as Indonesia, there is a problem which has been highlighted and acknowledged by the regulators, which is the taxation issue on some of the sukuk structures, which has not yet been clarified, and therefore it makes it sort of unviable for a corporate to issue the sukuk market simply because of some uncertainty on taxes taxes associated with sale and leaseback structures, etc. So some of the reasons I would mention are, lack of ratings, and in some countries, the sukuk market or sukuk structures are still not on par with the conventional structures. Now, having said that, we have seen in the past couple of years the growth come from. And where is the growth coming from? As the banking sector liquidity either depletes or the corporates find that they are able to access a wider investor base through the sukuk market, that is a realization which is now dawning into many of the corporates. And we have seen inquiries coming up, not just from corporates in Asia and the Middle East, but also from many Western corporates or Asian corporates as well from non-Islamic countries to access the sukuk market. So I think the market is turning. We still need to sort out some of the issues, but hopefully the market is on an upward trend, I would say, for the next 3 years or so, as far as the corporate sukuk market.